What's up? Ooh, welcome back to another video. This one's a bit late. We've had a busy weekend, but IGN dropped their final preview, and usually, like recently, IGN have been releasing a lot of videos about Monster Hunter Wilds. It's going to be an insane game, right? So what I want to do is just really cover it, get my reactions and everything to it, and see what they say. We're going to be playing this at 1.25 speed. So I appreciate you, IGN, for giving your final preview of Monster Hunter Wild, and I'll just talk about it and see if I can see different things, see things that I haven't seen before in this trailer. As a new Monster Hunter myself and starting my journey as a Monster Hunter, my first release game is going to be insane. So if you like these type of videos and you want to see how my hunts go, like, subscribe and all that kind of jazz, and let's get into it right about now. Maybe we should put some subtitles.
I once again sat in a dimly lit conference room. I was playing Monster Hunter Wilds, empty cans of coffee and tea strewn around my station. "You must be tired of being stuck in here playing," said a friendly employee. And all I could think was, I wish I could play more.
Yeah, can't wait. Open beta is this weekend, so it's going to be good testing some new weapons and everything.
After I played,
and also testing weapons that you're going to try and main in Monster Hunter Wilds. So
for 5 hours,
I can't wait.
Wilds story and hunted 4 monsters in the Oil Basin in a different play state.
Ajarakan. I haven't seen this monster.
I just couldn't get enough.
Ajarakan. Have you seen this monster? Did I cover this? I can't remember.
There are so many nuances to master with a new.
Ooh, this spider, lala, barina. Spider monster looks insane.
I'm the type of person who wants to figure out exactly how everything works through repetition and experimentation. I am a guides writer. It comes.
What is this hunting horn? Like Naruto, like a sealed kind of thing, or not? More like Sasuke's.
Territory.
Sasuke's mark.
I needed to focus on the main story. That's fine. After this hands-on, I know I'll enthusiastically spend hundreds more hours in the game once it's out.
Who are they? Who are these? Mushroom pelicos?
I beelined it through the story to make sure I could see everything I could, and in doing so, I crafted and upgraded only what I could.
Oh, okay, let's have a look. And we have the new skill tree. This is what? Sword and shield. This looks like a hammer on a sword and shield.
Basic loop of Monster Hunter. Hunt monster, make better equipment, hunt stronger monster, and sometimes hunt something multiple times to get what you need. With my minimal preparation, I hunted the first 7 monsters: chatacabra,
okay, so we have chatacabra, quematrice,
lala,
is that a hippo? Hippo.
barina, balahara, doshaguma, and finally a repel quest for the Leviathan, duna, without much trouble. And finally, a repel quest.
The Leviathan.
For the Leviathan, duna, without much trouble, and never once carded. When I played Monster Hunter World for the very first time, even Tobikadachi gave me trouble, so I was surprised to encounter such little friction while playing Wilds. I was actually so surprised that I went back and replayed the story in Monster Hunter World through Anjanath, the 7th large monster. Well, the answer—
I'm still going through Monster Hunter World. Hopefully I can get up to I'll finish the game as a bowgun user. Hopefully.
I've just gotten a whole lot better since I first played World, even though by that point I had been playing Monster Hunter since the very first one on PlayStation 2. I easily ripped through everything in World up to Anjanath, who then made me sweat a bit before I defeated it on my first try. It's funny because I felt the same as when I played Monster Hunter Rise. I thought to myself, this feels so much easier, and in some ways this could be because of the fun zippy war.
Is Rise good? Is Rise is good? I probably won't pause everything. Is Monster Hunter Rise any good?
That's not to say I'm now some pro-level Monster Hunter. I'm certainly no speedrunner.
Great videos. Yeah, we covered this. This looks insane.
I often see this lamentation in the community, questioning, perhaps, is Monster Hunter simply getting easier? I would suggest that we may just be growing into better hunters.
Or you could gun. Did you just perfect Guard?
I would suggest that we may just be growing into better hunters.
You perfect. You can guard on a bow.
Things are certainly becoming more streamlined
That's
and accessible. See,
crazy.
status recovery and the focus mode that makes it easier to aim. But the development
Focus mode is gonna make Monster Hunter just be so good.
monsters have been adjusted to account for the new focus and wound systems, and the art director and executive director of Wilds, Goddam I, said the difficulty in Wilds generally follows suit from World. Series producer Ryozo Sugimoto added, "We've been incredibly careful in Wilds to guide players to the fun of Monster Hunter without changing the core of the series. And I very much
Focus mode is gonna change everything for like a lot of weapons.
directs players into the meat of what Monster Hunter really is, hunting large monsters that could be set-piece bosses in other games. The main missions smoothly integrate many small monster hunts and gathering as part of the story, which is
Okay, that's cool. You can do gathering, killing small monsters again.
If it's honey you're after, I know the perfect spot.
I admit I'm conflicted about all of these upgrades. I find myself always wanting to pull a back in my day and describe some archaic, ludicrous thing we used to have to do
That
just
was
to get
cool.
by to be able to
So
enjoy
you can
the game.
lock on and then shoot multiple arrows at once.
On top of a volcano while avoiding Gravios and Io prey, and then doing it 3 more times because the quest didn't count as cleared unless you were the one who posted it, and your whole party of 4 needed to clear it to join the next quest.
Oh, that
I
sucks.
suppose I'm trying to say Monster Hunter has come a long way, and making it less
Wait, look at this
complicated
armor.
and non-essential
Look at this armor on
more
this.
palatable to a much
Must be
broader
that blue
crowd.
monster.
Now it's largely just delectable meat with the occasional bone and dessert. There are no bitter vegetables to power through to be able to enjoy everyone's favorite parts,
Damn.
except maybe grinding for a specific material.
Look at that armor. That's from the blob.
And
The
while
blue
on
blob.
one hand, I'm overjoyed that so many people have grown to truly enjoy something I love, there was something about being one of the few who prided themselves on eating their vegetables with a smile on their face. Even so, the evolution of Monster Hunter has continued to
Balahara.
impress me. The nostalgia I have for how things used to be doesn't cloud my judgment enough to make me misremember how I actually felt more often than not about needing to gather dozens of mushrooms.
What weapon are you
and
guys gonna
eggs
use
before I could just finally
in
hunt.
Monster Hunter Wilds?
Oh my God, please just let me kill a monster. Wilds delivers the thrill of hunting a monster faster than ever before. The main story immediately spits you into the thick of things, and you'll have hunted your first large monster in the first 20 minutes after customizing your character in Palico. There are no Kessedon kerfuffles to contend with. You are one of the chosen hunters to protect your fleet from the big bads, and so that's what you do.
You're okay now.
The action
Gonna be
of the
good.
monster hunting quest are seamlessly woven together with narrative tasks that drive the story and exciting cutscenes that drop you right into the fray.
So you get a mount.
Accompanied by NPCs who progress the story with dialogue, so
I know in Monster Hunter World you can get a mount. I don't know how to get a mount. How do you get it? Like I've seen people get a mount.
posting quests from a board and loading into a map like in previous Monster Hunters. At the same time, you still have robust freedom to explore and discover things on your own without having your hand held. I'll need to play more to discover exactly how the new decoration system and ingredient farming work, but it does appear you'll still need to keep up on eating and inventory management yourself to be the best hunter you can be. I
Okay.
do hope there are challenges ahead that will require adequate preparation to succeed, as that's where I think Monster Hunter shines.
What, you can
brightest.
make different
I do believe I may
food?
have encountered at least
I usually
one
just get the chef
monster
choice. Is that wrong? Should I be making my own different food at the canteen?
Oilwell Basin and the 4 monsters I hunted there at length in our interview with the developers. But to summarize, Rom Popolo, Ajaragan, Gravios, and the area's apex, the Black Flame New Udra, inhabit the Oilwell Basin, which is designed to be more vertically connected rather than the more horizontally laid out.
Wait, your mount can fly or glide?
Lava and mucky oil silt, it's inspired by the deep sea and the inhabitants of the ocean floor. This is much more apparent during the plenty, especially at night, where deep into the Oilwell Basin
They're gonna be
takes on an ethereal
sick.
blue hue to contrast its muddy palette during the fallow and the bright, burning red oranges of the fire.
Whoa, look at that armor. That's gotta be Gravios or something.
Different place, and this was even more pronounced in the Oilwell Basin. The appearance even changes quite drastically from day to night, which add even more variety to these vast.
I think
large
power
open
coding,
maps.
torch pod.
2.5 times the size of the maps in World. I feel like I barely got a handle on the layout of the Oilwell Basin while hunting, and will likely need to make a concerted effort to learn its flow and remember where things are, like the very helpful environmental traps. As for the monsters I face there, they
That's
are
one thing I need to learn. Or do more. Use
Oilwell is
traps.
absolutely grotesque and makes great use of its environment by injecting gas into the ground to cause large
Yeah,
explosions.
I need to use traps and stuff more. I don't really use them as much.
Deflated, a hilariously sad sight I was delighted to experience.
Oh,
I
it
can see why
deflates.
and giving some players a bit of trouble. It's an ape-like fang beast that's aggressive, fast, and strong. It also just looks cool. How its body glows when it gets ramped up is magnificent, as is one of its strongest attacks, which looks kinda like a fiery Sonic the Hedgehog homing attack.
Oh, fucking Beyblading. Oh,
Gravios, a returning monster, has been a pain in the ass to fight in previous games with its hardy HP pool and super tough defenses. I found fighting it in Wilds much more enjoyable. Its hitbox
This is gonna
was
be
more
cool.
finely tuned, and the developers were able to grade
gonna be a cool fight. These monsters are huge.
So it was easier to land hits on the points I actually wanted to get at.
Oh, we just
Also didn't
cut the
get hit
tail.
with seemingly unfair hip checks, which was a welcome change.
Whoa.
Gravios has a new attack that
That looks
devs will probably
insane.
be able to implement too. A beam focused on the ground that turns the immediate surroundings into molten rock that persists with a fiery effect for a few seconds.
An impressive fiery new foe.
Wow, that thing is awesome, and it also really threatened to kick my ass. It's the only monster that carded me during my playtime with Wilds, and I had the hardest time getting a read on its movements and intentions. New Udra is an octopus-like cephalopod that uses a skeleton.
I'm gonna be breaking some ice with that boss.
Any familiarity
Holy.
with Ion. Its tentacles can all move independently of each other, and it hits hard. Its unpredictable, multi-directional
Oh
attack
no,
patterns
this
are
game
useful
is
for friends or at least NPC support hunters too.
it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be using support hunters all the time.
Tips of its tentacles glow when it intends to use them in an attack.
All the time. I'm gonna be using support flare all the time. All the time.
Another cool use of the environment by an oil basin inhabitant. One of its attacks even resembles a dangerous fireworks display. Truly, New Udra is an impressive sight to behold. A slithering, octopus-like, menacing creature engulfed in flame, hell-bent on your destruction.
Oh man, that looks
Really looking forward to
insane.
how this creature is incorporated into Monster Hunter Wilds story too. I had no real context around the monster hunts in my time in the Oilwell Basin, as I could only really experience the hunts.
February
themselves
28,
on the
baby,
quest
let's go.
or the quest complete screen. So all I can really tell you is that the monsters I fought in this build were high rank, as well as my equipment. The build I played
High rank?
in graphics mode on
Is
the
that
PS5
master rank?
also performed significantly better than the
Or is it just low rank and then high rank in the beginning of games?
and I didn't experience any jarring graphical issues or bugs. This comes with the caveats that I was offline playing in single player, and that I, personally, probably wouldn't notice if there was a small graphical stutter while fighting for my life. But if you're in it for the gameplay, I can confidently say that Monster Hunter Wilds works well and looks good, in my opinion. I'm
Lucky we're getting some more RAM before this comes out.
Oilwell Basin.
Wow, what a view!
One of my biggest curiosities is how Wild's story progression will work in multiplayer, as it's one of the best parts about Monster Hunter and something I haven't been able to experience in Wilds outside of the open beta test. But I'm told you'll be able to play through the story with friends without the roadblocks encountered in World, which
That's
is
good.
the most important factor to me. The impressive variety
Damn,
of monsters in
man.
Monster Hunter Wilds, both in appearance and behavior, and the environments I've seen have so much attention to detail that it's clear how much care the developers put into the series.
Never did fishing in World.
About it. Truthfully, I could yap about Monster Hunter for days, but I'll leave it at this. I can't wait to sink another 300 hours into a new Monster Hunter.
This is gonna be really, really good.
Thanks for watching our preview on Monster Hunter Wilds. Make sure to look out for the full final review closer to launch. For more on Monster Hunter Wilds now, don't miss our interview with the developers on the Oilwell Basins and its apex, New Udra, or our inside look at how the devs select monsters. And for
That's gonna be really good. So there were like 7 monsters in the beta. Where were they? Let's skip him. Did she speak to him at the beginning? I think it was in the beginning. But she mentioned all the different monsters that were coming out, and they look insane. You got chatacabra. Hey, mud. So this looks like a fire.
quematrice, Congalala,
Kangalala looks like a water hippo.
lala barina,
Lala barina, probably poison.
balahara,
Fuck is this?
doshaguma,
That's a probably a normal weapon.
a repel quest for the Leviathan.
This Leviathan looks
and never
big
once heard of it.
dragon. Ooh, so there's a lot of new stuff. They showed a lot of new items, armor sets. Showed a lot of the new moves that things could do, like the bow. You can lock on and do.
Always
multiple
talking
hits.
back in my day.
That looks cool. There was a part where you had the bow and you could block as the bow now. About the story, but it's mixing in gathering and hunting. Just showing more different fights on different monsters and different armor pieces. That looked cool. Covered Gravios already in another video. This octopus looks very scary. No joke. This octopus, I think
Threatened to kick my ass.
you guys are gonna have to come help me.
The only monster that carded me
Look
in
at
playtime with Wilds, and I had
this,
the hardest
yeah.
time getting a read on its movements and intentions.
My god. And then you had like the monkey, the Super Saiyan monkey. And yeah, the Leviathan again. Oh, a few more days until the beta comes out, so we'll be streaming at twitch.tv/ignawall TV on Twitch, or I might be streaming here on YouTube. If not, we'll be there somewhere. So if you want to hunt with me, I don't know how to add friends and stuff, but if you know how to, leave a comment and that, and we'll see you on the next video. A new episode of my hunting, how it's all going. Peace.